Earthbound travelers. It's 8 o'clock. It's Sunday night. It's time for Wheel of the Dice presents Bloodlines. I'm Tyr the DM, the world's okayest DM, he, him, and I will be your guide this evening. Before we begin, we do have some announcements and some introductions. First and foremost, we offer mature audience, so viewer discretion is advised. Secondly, we are in no way, shape, form affiliated or associated with any official TTRPG creators, publishers, and manufacturers. We're just a group of friends come together to play our game and share that with you. Other announcements, Alice.
We at Will of the Dice do not encourage the use of nicotine products such as vaping, cigarettes, and cigars. Nicotine is an addictive and harmful substance, and we want all of you to be happy and healthy. Though some of us may be users of such products, we do not encourage their use. If you already do use and are looking to quit or are trying to quit, there are resources out there, and we absolutely support you in that endeavor.
Didn't you have another announcement?
Oh, yes. Currently on my Twitter account at Cap'n Cupcake, I am doing an art raffle. So if you are interested in getting a free piece of art, even though it's not from a professional, go over to my Twitter. It's pinned on my profile. So yeah.
And you can catch your Twitter when we do our introductions. All right, Locke.
Hi, gamers. I'm Locke Clark, and I want to talk to you for a moment about the musicians who are providing music for tonight's show. They heighten our experience and your experience and make the show just better. Tonight, those musicians are Michael Gelfie, Kevin McLeod, Jeff Farber, Dwergar, and our very own Patrick Taylor. Thanks, Peculiar Patrick.
Yay. All right. Also, podcast listeners, do you want to hear the other side of the story? So we actually have two campaigns running concurrently. Sins of Blood on Saturdays, Bloodlines on Sundays. For whatever reason, there's a technical issue, and Sins of Blood is not showing up when you search Will of the Dice under podcasts. So if you want to listen to it, search Sins of Blood. You can also check out Cast Guidance to listen to our Cast Guidance DM roundtable with me, Locke, Raph, sometimes Patrick. We're going to get the other ones at DM on there at some point. Ha 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 ha. Okay, that's all for announcements. So let's go to introductions.
Hi, everyone. Again, I'm Alice, the voice of Winter, the half tabaxi, half orc, blue gray furred, bright, brilliant blue eyed daughter of Karok Shadowstalker and one of the not patrons. What is the right word I'm looking for? Yeah, whatever. A whore. And she's kind of missing her life of just being a turdy fighter and having her dad and mom and Uncle Bane dote on her. And you can find me on Twitter at Captain Cupcake.
Hi, everybody. I'm Christina, she, her. And I am the voice of Tammy, also a she/her. Your 6'2" miniature princess. Normally she's all white with dyed blue hair. She's currently brown with dyed blue hair. And yeah, we'll see what lovely shenanigans her and her mother get up to because that's been fun and interesting. And you can find me on Twitter at Tia Morskaspola.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick, a he, they, playing Shrews, a he, him, Luxodon that is, been killed, brought back to life, and is really understanding what it means to be a paladin. He's still wanting to do everything there is. He can just check dying off the list. You can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, she, her, and tonight I'll be voicing Kalira, also she, her. She's a 2'8" artificer with bouncy purple hair, halfling-like features with gnomish ears and little fangs where her canine teeth should be, who normally very bubbly, bouncy, and very excited about everything. But some of the stuff going on has her feeling a little over emotional. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi, gamers. I'm still Lot Clark, and tonight I will be playing Atreus Ironclaw Nixon, the adoptive son of Nyx Shadowstalker, who struck out on his own with two of his adoptive brothers and sisters to seek adventure and to live out the stories that he grew up hearing about his mom and her friends, and his uncle Karak and his uncle Pants. He is a shifter, which means he has lycanthrope heritage. He's 6 foot tall, amber eyes, tawny fur, and he's got a prosthetic metal arm that's magical that now has a glowing shard embedded in it because they managed to wrench it out of the chest of Sir Roderick. We'll just see how that goes. And you can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patience at Lock Unruly. That's Lock with an H.
And as I said, I'm Tier the DM, the world's okayest DM, and you can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. As always, our safe word for tonight is porcelain. And is there any last requests before we get started?
Not the face.
Not the fur.
ID.
When last we left our party, they had found their way into the keep beneath the keep, the laboratory of one Samson the Gentle, a place where magical experiments transpired even after all this time, things bubbling, boiling, things setting and waiting, just a plethora of things in the scientific nature. There was a creature here as well, beautiful porcelain, clad in armor, carrying a sword, that had one of the stones that the party was seeking. After combat, they finally was able to wrench the stone free. The entity's spirit being released let them know that this was the first test of many. Atreus let the stone become part of the configuration of the mechanical prosthetic. And this is where we continue. And this is where we discover you have been forsaken to the will of the dice. The combat concluded. Atreus is resting to attune with his new item. What would you like to do?
If we're going to be here a while, does anyone mind if I look around?
No, I don't mind.
Go right ahead, short stuff.
Not short. A fun size.
Well, I
tell
think
him
Atreus might find it weird if I called you fun stuff.
Eh,
Do you need any help looking around for stuff?
Are you familiar with laboratory equipment?
I've been on a lot of nature hikes with my mom.
This might not be in your wheelhouse.
I can hold things.
That's fine.
Okay. And he'll just like follow you around if you need things like to be held at the same time so you can look at them in different configurations. He does that.
All right. Give me an investigation check.
Yes, sir.
Could it be with advantage since I'm helping?
Sure. Add advantage.
All right. 17 is the higher of the two on the die, so 27.
27. There is several curiosities to behold on these tables. Lots of beakers and vats and test tubes. But you will come to a station that's set up that has two of those vials like was floating around the crystal when you first came, the red and blue liquid wrapped in a helix.
Sorry, you said 2 vials?
Yes.
Ooh. Do you think anyone would mind if I take these?
I say go for it.
She's going to put them in her pouch.
Okay. You have 2 vials of long rest.
Does she find anything else poking around?
Yes. You come to an area on the table that the dust is thick, but you see something shining beneath the thick blanket of dust that has gathered. Pulling away, you see a onyx octahedron about 12 inches tall, beautifully, beautifully, smoothly polished, with runes engraved. You're muted.
How tall did you say it was?
12 inches.
Ooh. Well, this is interesting.
It's almost as big as you are.
She's going to stick her tongue out. It sure is. And then go back to looking at the octahedron.
Okay. How would you like to examine it?
She's going to pull out her magnifying glasses and put them on and just give it a good, very thorough, very careful look over.
All sides?
Mhm.
Brushing away the dust, the layers and layers of forsakenness in this keep beneath the keep. You examine these ruins, and on the backside there is an engraved image of a woman sitting on a throne.
Well, this is different.
What you got there, bud?
Oh, there's a picture engraved on it. It looks like a lady sitting on a throne.
Hmm. Should we ask about to anybody in the group?
She's going to call for her dad.
Physic will come over.
Look at this, Daddy. What do you think?
He will pull out his magnifying lens, looking at it. It's very good craftsmanship.
Well, do you think it has any meaning?
He picks it up with both hands, and you watch his eyes go blank.
So him holding it with both hands gets a reaction, but not Clara.
Well, I didn't think that she was holding it. I'm sorry. Was she?
Yeah,
I
sorry.
thought she
I
was
said
just.
she was gonna like turn it around and look at all sides. Sorry.
Okay, then in that case, I was thinking that like she was because of her magnifying, but that's right. Her glasses are. She wears them on her face. It's not one she has to hold. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Well, natural 20 on the die, +2, so 22.
Awesome. There is this pulse that comes through you, like something trying to enter your very core. It lingers for a moment and then fades. Fast forwarding to Physic holding it, you'll see his eyes go blank.
Daddy?
There's no response.
She's gonna try to take it out of his hands.
Pulling it from his hands, he will shake his head. Huh,
Daddy, are you okay?
that was most unsettling.
She's gonna set it down. What happened?
When you set it down, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay. I rolled a natural 1. And I have a +1, so 2.
Going to set it down, it sits on the table, teeters, falls on the floor, cracking. You hear a voice, a whisper, diviner, diviner, diviner. Everyone, please make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
We're rolling real dice tonight for the first time in many moons.
That's
Anybody within the 10 feet of me gets the +5 on the save. Don't forget.
Well, that would
I
be
don't know.
clear. That'd be clear in physics because everybody else was. All right. Atreus.
um, 13.
Kalira.
Thanks to Shariz, it's a 16.
All right. Shariz.
You said a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
That is a 27.
27. All right. Tiami.
8.
8. Winter.
3.
Okay. Atreus, Tiami, Winter. You will feel a pulse. Whew. Travel through you. You will stagger for a moment before the world turns black. In this blackness, you will see a silver light, a line forming in front of you, opening, like it's someone opening a window in the darkness to let light cascade in. The silver light turns blue, taking on substance, looking almost like still water suspended vertically in front of you. Atreus, what do you do?
Um, the fuck? I guess Atreus gets to his feet. Because he was sitting trying to take a rest. Have I finished my attunement?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Do I
You're
see
muted,
the
Ray.
others?
Do you see the others? No, you do not.
Yeah. Okay. So I just see this rent open with a silver pool form in front of me.
Yes.
I'm gonna harken back to my late second edition roots, because I know Chair will appreciate this move. Realizing that this can't be exactly real, I choose to disbelieve.
You choose to disbelieve, and yet it remains there in front of you.
So Atreus literally spends like a full minute just like closing his eyes and going, I'm still in the room. Everyone else is still here. This isn't real. I don't believe this is actual real. And then opens his eyes again and then does it again. And that goes on for a full minute as he tries to convince himself that this isn't real.
When you open your eyes again, you see a reflection in the water of your sister.
Oh. What? Ha. Mila? Mila. Hey, Mila.
They begin moving their mouth and beating against the surface, but no sound penetrates.
Shit, this feels like a trap. Fuck it. I'm gonna go up and use my metallic arm and attempt to punch the pool.
And you slide right in.
And as he's going in, yep, was a trap.
You find yourself in a cavern. You see a beautiful elven woman with long flowing hair, piercing blue eyes, white sacramental vestments, sitting on the throne of Ozix. You are not Sir Roderick.
No. Sir Roderick has departed the veil.
But yet you carry the stone.
Yeah, I'm him, but not him, or something.
Oh, you are one of the 10.
So it would seem.
You cannot save me. And you are pushed back with great force through the blue, through the darkness, coming to come awake.
Ah! Oh, fuck.
Tiami, you are once more in Taladegarios. You are in the palace. It is beautiful, but it is also lonely. You feel this great loneliness settle on your soul. How hard it is to be in your station above everyone. Everyone's nice to you because they have to be. You never know who's true and who's false. As you're walking, you'll see a little girl dressed in a very pink formal dress with white gloves that come up to their elbow their hair in pigtails. I'll always be honest with you, Tiami.
Do you promise?
I promise. I know where the answers are.
Oh, you know I love answers. Where? Can you show me?
Come on. They will reach to take your hand.
She'll reach out to take it.
You'll be led through a series of hallways till you come to the doors to the throne room. But when they open, there is a pool of blue shimmering like water standing vertically. Still water. The answers are in there, Tiami.
Yami's gonna look at the little girl hesitantly and then reach out her hand.
When you touch it, boom, ripples spread out from where you touch like water. It feels warm to the touch.
He's gonna push through.
Pushing through, you find yourself in a cavern, staring at a beautiful elven woman with long blonde hair, piercing blue eyes, white sacramental vestments, sitting on a throne, beautiful throne carved of onyx. Oh, the key. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
It'd be a pleasure to make yours too if I knew who you were.
I am the diviner of Gossamer Bay. I am the oracle of the Silver Spire.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm not familiar with Gossamer Bay nor the Silver Spire, though.
You will be soon enough.
Then it
She
will be a
will
pleasure to meet you in person.
She will reach into her pouch and pull out a golden key about 6 inches long. It sparkles in the blue light that seems to just radiate from the walls of this cave. She stands up and walks over to you, gently touching your face with a familiarity, and then plunging this into your chest. You awake.
She's gonna grasp her chest as she comes to and kind of look around, disoriented.
Winter, you fall asleep. You sleep the best sleep of your life. You have no dreams that you remember. You feel somehow thankful that you do not use magic. You will all come to your senses. You have been moved to be standing in a line. I need everyone to make a perception check.
Just the three of them?
No, everyone.
Okay. While they're rolling those tier, just out of curiosity, what did that look like for the two of us who were not influenced by it?
Everybody just went blank. Just 1,000-yard stare, and then you see people. All right. Address.
You're muted.
What you reading
16.
over there?
I was looking at my spells.
Oh, okay. Kalira.
12. Clearly
Sure
she's
is.
distracted,
2.
but not as distracted as Sherez.
Tiami
So a 12.
and Winter.
10. Ninja's
Atreus,
doing great tonight.
you notice standing in this line that there are odd geometric patterns on the floor, and each one of you is standing on a point of those geometric patterns.
Nobody move.
Okay.
Winter shakes her hands. She doesn't move her feet, but she just shakes her hands.
Whatever put us here for reason. We're all standing in geometric spots on the floor. Give me a second, and I'm gonna try and look. Is there more to the pattern? Does it suggest that we should move in a certain way?
No, it seems as if this is the finishing of the patterns. Each one of you connecting 2 points, and all those other lines coming together to connect.
Why would it put us here? Kalera, are you seeing this?
Can she see it from where she is?
You got a 12. No.
Not from over here.
I'm gonna look for any hidden panels, any switches on the floor, anything that why I'm trying to figure out why we're on these particular spots.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Oh, that's much better. No, it's really not much better. Damn it. 17.
You get the feeling you're there to connect the pattern, but you have no idea what the pattern means.
I got nothing. We're forming a pattern. We're here to connect the pattern, but I don't know why. And I don't know what happens when we break the pattern.
Maybe it's to let us out, because I don't think there's a way out of here.
The little transporter thingy.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm. Well, I'm not really sure what happened, but I'm really sorry I dropped the thing. It seemed to cause it.
No, it's okay.
I got a damn good bit of sleep. I'm good.
But you were just standing there staring off into nowhere. Are the two of you okay?
I have questions.
I was told I wasn't helpful and I was shoved. But other than that, yeah, good.
I've met a nice friend. Have any of you heard of the Silver Spires or Gossamer Bay?
Now,
I have
Can
a feeling
do
we
a
need to
history
go there.
check?
Yeah, you can make a history check.
sure.
Oh, now I roll well. 24.
24. Did anybody else roll a history check on it?
I did.
17.
What'd you get, Clara?
26.
Did Shariz roll? Did Tiami? Y'all have heard of the Silver Spire. It's a fairy tale. It's where fairies and fae live.
Oh, I've heard of Silver Spire. It was in one of my favorite books when I was little.
Oh, right. Yeah, I never really liked that one. It didn't have pants in it.
No one had all the little fairies.
That's true. Fairies typically don't wear pants.
Riz will shudder at the mention of fairies and the fae.
You okay there?
Yeah, I just don't like fairies and fae, okay?
I mean, fair
That's a little
enough.
weird.
Hey, you like everybody.
I like everybody who is honest and polite and not at all have ulterior motives when they ask for you what your name is.
So you're racist against the fae?
No, I just
Well,
don't. I just don't. That's
You
like
just
really
generalize.
weird. You just twisted all my words around and no. Gosh. I'm just superstitious. Gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have been known to try to eat people, so
I don't know. He tried to make me eat cow.
Clara just giggles when you say something about eating people.
Right. So, yes.
Can we move yet?
Yeah, Tiami, go for it. Move. And I'm going to watch with very special attention the floor, the pattern, the whole thing. I'm just I'm doing that thing where when you're looking at a magic eye puzzle, I open my eyes up and widen out my vision to take in as much as I can, looking for anything that happens when she moves.
She's just going to do like a wide sidestep apart and then together.
Stepping wide. One foot, the other following. The pattern broken. Atreus, you see the Minotaur move.
All right, so that was anticlimactic. All right, cool.
Terrifying.
Why don't you just draw it out? Oh, or I can. I have a notebook.
Sure.
She's going to get up onto the table so she has a better view of the floor. Since she's shorter than everybody, just
Okay.
stand on the table and draw it in her notebook.
Yami's
As
going
you
to walk
draw-
over to do them. Well, she does that. Sorry.
As you draw it, it has a familiarity to it.
Oh,
Something that you can't quite place.
she's going to stare at it for a moment. And
Now
she's
I
going
need
to.
to,
Yes.
let's call this an intelligence check to see how well you can replicate what you're seeing.
Okay. $19.
You do very well. It is to scale and very steady lines. It very good replica.
It looks a little familiar, but I can't quite place it. But hey, we have it for later now. And she's going to close her notebook and put it back in her pocket.
All right. Yami, you're going over to Duna. She's standing quietly over in the corner, the far corner, just looking very upset.
Mother,
Yami.
I need you to be honest with me for like 5 minutes.
All right.
Why would someone call me the key?
I have no idea.
You see, and you didn't tell me about the prophecy either. So I don't believe you. Let's try this again.
I have no idea.
Okay.
You're
And
free
she's
to
gonna
make an
turn.
insight check.
No, she's waiting to see if she'll tell her, and she'll just turn and walk away.
The key of what? Did they say of what?
No. And she's going to walk as far away from Duna as she can, like the other side of the room.
Duna starts crying. The weight of realization of how being untruthful in the past now makes it difficult for the truth to be believed. Kalira Physic will approach you.
What is it, Daddy?
Violent.
Yes.
I saw how you handled yourself in the fight, and my little girl is all grown up.
Well,
But
what is it?
I have some advice to give you as you adventure out into this world on this quest of yours and adventures that are there to come. And he will lovingly take your hands, look you in the eye. Be careful not to blow yourself up, but not too careful. A little chance to blow yourself up is important to be most effective. And he will kiss your hands.
That's really good advice. It makes a lot of sense. And she's going to kind of look at him for a second. Is everything else okay?
My daughter is involved in a plot that could destroy the world. No, everything's pretty far from okay. But right now, I just want to get home to your Da.
Oh. When Her Majesty was talking about the transporter thingy, she said it was like the one in Frania. Should we take you to Frania so you can get home from there?
Why don't we just use this one?
Can we use it more than once?
I would assume so.
Okay. Is it safe for you two to go home?
They have attacked, but have not invaded. I'm sure they have not found a way to invade by now.
Tell
Tammy's
Dad
going to look up. Tammy's going to look up after Kalira says, tell Dad I love him. Her Majesty needs to go home. Someone needs to be sitting on the throne, and I can't at the moment. At least until Father is found.
Your father is missing?
That's what the other you said?
She begins to just weep.
We don't even know at this point. I can't get a hold of him.
Daddy, I think you need to take her home.
I think you're right, child. Duna will look to you, Tiami, open her mouth, and just sob more before her shoulders slump in defeat, and she walks with Physic. Physic moves the concentric circles, tuning in Taladegarios, and in a moment they're gone.
Just as the magic is kicking up, Atreus is like, "Bye, Mr. Fizzleman. Nice meeting you."
He will wave back.
As they disappear, Tiami's going to whisper, I love you, Mother, if that's really you.
Aww.
Give me an insight check.
No. That's a 4.
You're not sure if it's her or not. Chances are it's not. Y'all are alone in the laboratory.
Hey, Bitey.
Yeah?
You got any use for these? And he offers a pair of boots.
Oh, I have shoes.
Oh no, these are magic.
What do they do?
They let you walk up walls and unsealing.
Ooh. That's awfully tempting.
I can't wear them and the tattoo and the arm and the shard. Too much, you know?
No, that makes sense.
Fashion faux pas.
Well, you can't stretch yourself too thin. If you attune to too many things at once, it kind of messes the other things up.
Magic faux pas. Got it.
They're really tempting.
Well, if you don't want them, I'm sure one of the others do.
I kind of do, but I think Shariz or Winter would be able to get more use out of them.
Dibs! And you see his
Okay, god
you see
damn.
his trunk go down and yoink. And immediately he puts them over his shoulder and he goes off to a wall to steady himself to take off his boots and put on these boots.
Sorry, you can fight him for him. I'm cool with that.
You're gonna have to catch me first. And he's gonna try to walk up the wall without attuning to them for the hour and immediately take one step up, slams into the wall, and falls down.
As you fall down, make a perception check.
Okay, that was worth it.
Yeah, that was worth it. He's earned them.
8.
You notice that octahedron is smoking. Thick black smoke coming out of where it was cracked.
Hey y'all. Something's happening with the thing.
What
which thing? There's a lot of things in here.
No, really, the boots need to attune first. That's why you couldn't walk up the wall.
I figured that after I did it. I just thought it was good for comedic effect. But anyway, so the thing that Clear accidentally knocked off the table, it's smoking over here.
Oh, when things smoke, there's usually a bad thing coming. It might be time to go.
But where?
And as if by prophetic utterance, a creature of black swirling mass, a wolf's head with antelope horns, will emerge from the octahedron, accompanied by 4 specters of elven nature. Everybody roll initiative. Oh, and join me in Owlbear Rodeo. We have new overlays, guys, for those of you that only watch on Sunday nights.
Yay, woohoo!
To prominently present the battle maps so that you guys can see what the fuck is going on. All right. Atreus,
19.
Kalira,
8.
Shariz,
18.
Tiami,
19.
19.
Mm-hmm.
What's your dex?
I'm sure his is better. Mine's a +0. It's a 10, so.
All right. Winter,
15.
Oh, now I'm extra sorry I dropped that thing.
All right. Atreus, you're up first.
Oh boy. What do I want to do? All right, I'm going to bonus action shift,
Okay.
bringing out my more bestial features. And then I am going to cast. I'm going to cast Flame Blade at the second level.
Flaming scimitar appears in your hand.
And that will actually, and then I'm gonna I conjure the flaming scimitar and I point it over at the chick with the wolf head, and I go, "Hey, she bitch! There's only room for one wolf person in this party, and that's me. Fuck off with you can get your own shtick."
All right. Give me an intimidation check.
Sure. Ooh, that's not bad. I'm good at that. 19.
You hear a guttural. You're funny. Is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Tiami.
Okay. So she is going to dash forward and do a goring rush.
All right.
Does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
For 5 points of damage.
The sound of your hooves stamping on the tiled floor. The specter's eyes go wide as your horns slam into him. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Sure is.
Using half of my movement to get up since I was more or less prone, and then is going to use 15 feet of movement to get to Spectre number 1 that was also attacked by Tiami. And he's going to try. He's going to pull his longsword and take 2 swipes at him.
All right, go ahead and make that attack.
26.
26 will hit.
14 magical slashing damage, the second attack. An 18.
That will hit.
10 magical slashing damage.
Sure is. You stand up, seeing these specters appear, that paladin anger rising up, that fury that is so tightly held, unleashed, charging forward your large Loxodon form. Whoom, whoom, whoom. You swing with your sword. You feel resistance as it cuts through the specter, coming around the backhand. The specter and fades.
He'll look to Tiami and give her a thumbs up.
I'll nod at you.
It is now Winter's turn.
All right. So Winter is going to bonus action 2-weapon fighting so that she can huck her spear at Spectre number 4, which is furthest away from Shiraz and Yami, but closest to her.
Okay.
Not 20! Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is.
For those of
going
you on
to be-
podcast, we have plushies that, you know, you turn them inside out and they're smiley. You turn them the other way and they're angry. Those seem to come out when people roll 20s. I get the angry ones when I roll 20s. I'm not sure why.
Okay, that'll be 6 plus 6 is 12 plus another 6 is 18 damage with the trident. And then she is going to use her movement to get up close and personal to number 4 and slash at it with her longsword because she can one-hand both of them.
The longsword is not magical, correct?
It's a +1, so it is.
Okay, so it is magical. I couldn't remember. Thank you for letting me know.
That is a 19.
19 hits.
All right, and that is going to be 10 damage.
It takes the damage. You, like Shariz, feel the resistance cut through the blade, or as the blade cuts through. It begins to be more transparent, as if it is drifting away, but it stands. It is now their turn. Number 4 will take its attacks on you, Winter. That is a 16.
That will just hit.
That'll be 9 points of slashing damage. Its second attack, that is a natural 20.
Fuck.
Hey, where's my bam bam? Where's my raise the roof?
Lower the roof.
Boo. If. Boo.
That's 15 points of slashing damage.
Yikes.
Number 2 will slide down to swing at you, Shariz. First swing. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
7 points of slashing damage. Second attack, 16.
He will bring his longsword up, parrying the blow.
All right. Let's see. Yeah. Number 3 slides over to you, Atreus.
Go.
We'll use this dice. I haven't rolled it tonight. First roll, 15.
Nope.
That is cocked. 16.
Nope.
All right, cool. And she will move here. All right, Clara.
Oh, seeing the creature, the big shadowy wolf creature, move toward her friends, she's going to move slightly. If you're looking at the map, it would be like north and slightly off to the left to give a cleaner line of sight. And she's going to attempt to cast Acid Arrow
All right, go ahead
at
and
the creature.
make that attack roll.
Eep. Yep, I have a spell slot for it. I had to double check. Oh, we're gonna roll you. 15 plus 8. That's 23.
That'll hit.
All right, so it is 4d4 acid damage.
Okay, please roll your damage.
Trying to pick up my d4s. They're not wanting to cooperate. Oh. I have my alchemical savant, and I do have an alchemical tool. So I get to add 5 to that damage
Okay.
because it's one of my damage types for that. Sorry. 8, 9, 10, 15 with the
15
savant.
damage. The acid arrow appearing from your hands, flashing with a green light, across the room, slamming into the shadowed creature's chest. It absorbs in the black smoke turning green for a moment as it lets out a low.
Oh, I don't think it liked that.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's her turn.
That'll bring up Atreus.
Cool. All right. I am going to. I'm just going to lay into the one right in front of me. Number what is that? 3. First with my flame blade. That is a 16 plus 8, 24.
That will hit.
And flame blade does 3d6s for 12 points of fire damage.
Alrighty.
And then I am going to follow that up with, although I don't think it's actually going to do anything, I attack with my claws. And that is a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay. Are your claws considered magical?
I mean, technically, my prosthetic arm has claws. No, my claws aren't magical.
All right. You
So
come through with the flame sword. You feel that resistance as if you're cutting into something. Coming back with your claws. It's thin air.
well, shit. It's my turn.
All right. Tiami.
All right, so Tammy is going to grab the tip of her horn with one hand and pull her collar down with the other, touching both the tattoo of her holy symbol and the metal holy symbol on her horn, and mutter a prayer. She's going to try to turn undead. So they need to make a wisdom saving throw of DC 13.
What's the radius?
Oh,
of
yeah.
it?
30 feet.
All right. 30 feet from Tiami. And is that radius or diameter?
It says that I can see and hear within 30 feet of me.
All right. That is all of them. All right. So we'll start out with the skeletons or the specters. What's the DC and what is it? Charisma or wisdom?
It's wisdom 13.
Okay. So the specters are not too bright or not too wise. So fail, pass,
Okay.
pass.
And if they are CR 1/2 or lower, they actually are destroyed. If not, then they have to go away from me.
Or poof, disappears. The holy energy too much to bear.
So, yep.
All right. Shariz.
Shariz is going to, in epic fashion, take a swing on number 2, then using some movement, place himself so he is between number 2 and the wolf-headed figure with the antlers, and take his second attack on it. The first attack on the number 2 specter. 25. Sorry. Oh, you're muted. That's why.
I was muted. That will hit. Sorry.
Oh, hang on. 12 magical slashing damage on Spectre number 2.
Alrighty. And then on the Umber Wraith?
That is a 28.
That will hit.
And that is 10 magical slashing damage.
All right. The Loxodon, quicker than it appears, coming through, slashing the bottom one, spinning around, reverse grip on the sword, stabbing through the Umbra Wraith, and coming back into a position. Yes, sir?
Also, I'd like to use my Divine Smite on the Umber Wraith.
Okay.
When I hit with a melee attack weapon, I can expend one spell slot to deal an extra 2d8 radiant damage. I'm gonna spend a second level spell slot so that it'll give it 3d8
Awesome.
radiant
Go ahead.
damage extra. That's 13 radiant damage as well from that second attack.
That seemed that you hear it scream, a high-pitched keening, as it seems that hurt it a lot. Is that your turn?
He'll look back at Tiami and give a thumbs up like he's got this.
All right. Winter.
All right, so we're going to do the exact same maneuver as we did on number 4 to number 3. That'll be and 19 to hit with the trident,
19 hits.
and that'll be 12 damage. And then she will move up behind number 3 to flank
This would
with
be
Atreus.
Yep, you'll be flanking, so you get advantage on this attack.
Ooh, and she's not in Clear's way for line of sight either. That's good. I was a little worried about that. Alright, that is 24
24 hits.
for 13 damage.
And that will send that one to dissipate and disappear.
Woo!
Number 2 is going to take attacks on you, Shariz. First attack, a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
That is 6 points of slashing damage. Second attack, 17.
17 just hits.
That is 10 points of slashing damage. The Umbra Wraith slides down, staying within contact so it doesn't leave your range of threatening, so that it keeps the attack of opportunity. I need Shariz, Tiami, Winter, and Atreus to all make con saves as it blows this black insect horde smashing into you, feeling like they're trying to actually penetrate your body as they fly out.
Tiami, you'll have +5 because you're within 10 feet of me, and you'll have resistance to the damage of this magical.
All right. I love this sound. All right, Atreus.
22.
16 points of necrotic damage.
Oof.
Winter.
25.
16 points of necrotic damage.
Yikes. Was it
Tiami.
6?
Thanks to Shariz, 27.
All right, plus you gain resistance, so 8 points of necrotic damage. Shariz.
I got an 8, but I also have resistance to the magic.
16 points of necrotic damage. And that will bring up Clara.
She's gonna have to use her object interaction to put her vial back in her pouch, and her action to draw her crossbow.
Okay. That will bring up.
That'll be it.
If that's your turn, that will bring up Atreus.
All right. So measuring it here, it looks like I can get to the creature at 30 feet. I can get to the Umber Wraith.
Yeah, you can get to the. You can get to beside Shariz.
Yeah, right about there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I will be shoulder to shoulder with Shariz, and I will lay into the creature with my flaming blade.
All righty.
That is a 19 to hit.
19 just hits.
Cocked. Why are you cocked? That is 12 points of fire damage.
The smoke, as the blade comes through it, separates, and you see it form behind the blade, rejoining, reknitting this solidarity of this creature. But you can tell that it took damage. It makes a keening moan that, for the sake of your ears, I'm not going to try.
It doesn't like fire. That's the
Is
end.
that your turn?
Yep.
Tiami.
So Tiami is going to slide over and kind of make a Shariz sandwich. And then cast Word of Radiance.
Ooh.
Each creature of your choice that you can see within range, so both of them, must succeed a Constitution saving throw of 13.
Word raise. That's the shit, yo.
And if they fail?
It's 2d6 radiant damage.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage.
So
And if they
6
pass,
points.
do they take nothing or half?
Yeah, it's all or nothing.
All right.
So 6 points of radiant damage if they fail.
You see this other specter vanish. Is that your turn?
She's going to finish her movement out and go back behind it.
All
Sort
right.
of.
Sure is.
With Tiami where she is, would Shariz get flanking?
Yes.
Perfect. He's going to see this as an opportunity to just wail away with his longsword.
All
The
right.
first attack.
Yeah, she's going to finger gun at you.
The finger guns must have distracted him because I rolled a natural one.
Aw.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
dude.
I'm just going to preemptively say ow.
Pretty girl gave you finger guns, and you forgot what you were doing.
It was just the finger guns. He's used to a thumbs up. It was the finger guns that just threw him off. He's like, the fuck?
Slamming through the creature's hands, slam against your blade. It goes flying from your hand, landing on the other side of Atreus.
Okay, he'll object interaction, pull his dagger, and try and stab at the creature because he gets 2 attacks.
Is the dagger magic?
No, it's just regular.
It doesn't do anything.
He'll that'll be his turn.
All right.
Yeah, that's his turn.
All right, Winter.
All right. Winter is going to reposition to be closer, but not close enough to attack the Umbra Wraith. Sort of to the south of Shariz. And she is going to bonus action Second Wind.
All righty. While you're doing that, I need to see if the bugs recharge. Yes.
I don't like that you said yes after you said that. So Winter, I rolled a 6, so Winter will get 13 back for
Awesome.
healing. And that is her turn.
All right. Atreus and Shariz, I need con saving throws. Remember, Atreus, because you're in the Paladin Warrior, you get a +5, and you have resistance to the damage. As once more those bugs come flying out of the creature's mouth. All right, what'd you get, Atreus?
You said con save, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. After my +3 con bonus, I got a 4.
So +5 from Atreus is a 9. But you get resistance, so you'll only take 10 points of necrotic damage. Or from Shariz, not Atreus. You are Atreus.
I knew what I meant. I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
I knew what I
Shariz.
meant too.
I got an 18.
All right, so you'll take 5 points of necrotic damage. And that will bring up Kalira, who was just out of the reach by this much.
Well, and I'm sure she made note of where the edge of that cloud was. Well, shit. I was going to line up a shot with my crossbow that everybody dogpiled in. Let's measure. Here, there's the edge of my movement. If I dash to double my movement speed, I could make it to the far wall where I could then try to line up a shot next turn. So I think that's what's going to happen. She's going to dash the 50 feet. Whoa, that's not what I want to do. She's going to dash the 50 feet to the other side on the map. If you're looking at the map, it's to the far left, to be to her right because of the direction she's facing. And that's it. Using the dash
right.
action.
Atreus.
Flamey sword goes snicker snack yet again.
All right.
That is a 13 plus 8 is stuff. 21. Blackjack.
Yep, that'll hit.
For 9 points of fire damage.
All right. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right. Tiami.
All right, she's just gonna try to punch it with the knuckles.
All right.
It's 22 hit.
22 hits.
So that is 6 points of bludgeoning.
All right. Shariz.
Shariz, not having anything other than the dagger in his hand, will stow his dagger as a weapon in action, and then is going to place his hand on his chest and is going to breathe in and out really slow and deeply, and is going to use all of the healing points he has from Lay on Hands pool to heal himself, and that is his action for his turn.
All right, Winter.
Sorry, I was taking a sip of my drink. Winter is going to finish taking the movement that she wanted to earlier, so that she is across from Atreus, and is going to stab at this lady person. That is do 22,
22 hits.
and that'll be this one, not that one, the her. Ooh, max damage. So 15.
All right. The creature wails, recoiling from your blade. Is that your turn?
Oh, right, she can attack again. So she will. That's even better. That is a 26.
26 hits.
That's cocked. 14 damage.
How do you want to do it?
Oh. I don't know, make up something good. My brain's blank.
Charging in so that you got the advantage with Atreus, the flanking position, knowing that you have this creature cornered. Your blade in hand, you come through slicing across the midsection first. The shadow slower to reform behind the arc of your blade, spinning around into a reverse position, coming overhanded and stabbing down through the chest. The creature and fades. And as we exit combat, this is where we'll take our break. We'll be back in 10 minutes, y'all. We're going to get our snickety snacks, our beverages of choice, and handle our business. Thanks so much for hanging out. We'll be back. And we're back. Thanks so much for hanging out while we took our break, got our snickety snacks, our beverages of choice. Before the break, the party had explored the laboratory, finding 2 potions of long rest and a onyx octahedron that gave some people visions. As it was dropped on the floor and cracked, it began to smoke. A creature of smoke appearing, summoning 4 elven specters. Combat ensued and the party was victorious. You stand now in the laboratory. The battle finished. More questions than answers. What would you like to do?
Well, that was bracing.
Yeah,
Is
sorry
everyone
I
okay?
dropped that.
I want to look around and see if there's like a chest or container or something that is big enough to put this thing in.
Give me an investigation check.
Sorry,
A
I
little bit
dropped
of
that.
healing. Huh?
Sorry.
I find nothing. I got a 6.
A little bit of healing wouldn't go amiss for me.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Come here,
Uh,
Winter. And he just gives you a big hug. And he casts Cure Wounds.
Now, is it a crushing hug or is it just a hug?
It's the best hug that you've ever had.
She hugs back.
Aw.
I'm a dummy, y'all. I rolled a 1 on that dex save. I have halfling's luck.
Oh no.
15 health back, Winter.
Thank you.
See, is that better? Do you need another hug?
I think I'm good for now, but thanks.
He gives you a thumbs up. Anybody else need a hug?
I was just going to say huddle up.
I huddle.
No harm in a huddle.
12 points.
Claire doesn't need any healing, but she'll huddle up with everyone just for the group hug.
Yay, hugs.
With getting healed, Winter's gonna go over to the thing where they select a destination, and she's gonna look to see if the silver spire is on it.
It's not labeled. It's a
Oh.
series of concentric circles that match up to geometric patterns.
Oh. And then she wouldn't be able to figure it out.
Geometric patterns. What about the one that Kalira drew?
While this slight madness happens, Shariz is going to go pick up his sword that he dropped and put it in its sheath and be like, what about him? What about the geometric pattern? What?
Wait, the locator thingy and the pattern and the floor, and that was geometry, right?
Right.
Wait, but hang on.
I'm gonna go.
We don't know where it's going to take us.
But
Yeah,
I go
totally
look
silver
at the
spiders.
device to see if that makes sense. If I could make that geometric pattern on the thing.
Give me an Arcana check.
Eight.
Does not make sense at all.
I don't think that'll work.
Do you want me to look at it?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Okay. Claire will go over and how
Arcana
tall
check,
is
please.
the device, the table it's on?
It's low. Like you can actually look down on it.
Okay.
It was short enough it's short enough for a gnome to use. Everything in here is gnome sized.
Oh, that's right. Let me see. All right, she's gonna start taking a look at it. Do you want me to roll some Arcana? Ooh, I'm good at Arcana. I have a plus 13 in it. So 13 plus 14 is going to be 27.
You easily line up the concentric circles, the 3 rings, matching the geometric pattern. The teleporter comes to life. Whoa. Blue stretching out, opening a portal.
Tammy's going to look at Atreus and go, see? She's cute and smart.
Yeah, I know. That's why I like her.
Shariz walks through the portal.
Oh,
All
she was
right.
Wait,
really.
It begins to start to shrink.
Oh,
We
Winter's
should probably
going
go out
through.
and-
I'm going to run.
Does
Clear's going
everybody go through?
Clear's going to grab onto Atreus as they go through.
Yeah, I was going to say I grab Claire's hand and go in.
Howling wind, biting cold and snow, grasping at your flesh as you stand before a large mountainous keep. The front gates crashed in. The tents you see that were once there in a sort of perma camp destroyed and rent asunder. There is food spilled hither and yon.
Any ideas where we are?
Doesn't look like a glorious fairy tale land, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it directed us somewhere else.
Shariz is going to draw his long sword in preparation and stand in a high guard, looking alert around.
Alrighty.
Does anyone have any idea where we are?
Hey, Tier, with my knowledge of nature or survival or whatever, can I maybe use clues in the geography of the area to try and place where I might think we are?
It's going to be a really high roll, but go ahead.
Can I try to
which-
do a history check based off of, historical descriptions of places?
Sure. It's going to be a really high roll.
Tammy's going to point and go north. Labyrinth recall.
Okay.
Always know which direction is north.
Okay. So you know which way north is.
That's north?
What did you get, Atreus?
21.
21. You're somewheres in the mountains.
We're in the mountains.
Winter.
25?
You're somewheres cold in the mountains. And this is a mountain keep. There can only be a few. There's only a few mountain keeps that y'all have ever heard of.
We're not in, no. She's going to start walking up towards the keep.
Winter will walk with her.
Oh, good idea. Find shelter. It's very cold.
It is extremely cold.
How deep is the snow?
About 4 foot.
Did I sink in the snow?
I pick up Calera and hold her. I would like to point out here, by the way, it's not been a full 10 minutes since that fight started, I would guess. So I still have my flame blade in my hand.
Okay. Coming through, give me a perception check.
What's my perception again?
Atreus.
14 plus 8 is 22.
Calera.
15.
Sure is.
10.
Tiami,
5.
I'm
Winter.
glad I'm not the one on the bottom this time for it, but 13 plus 0 was still 13.
Y'all notice that there have been excavations in the ice. Some of it tunnels, some of it pits. You see a very disturbing sight of what looks to be a mass grave.
Bruce will say a silent prayer over them as they pass the mass grave.
Is there anywhere to get out of the wind?
I'm just going to keep pointing towards the keep.
Yeah, let's head for the keep.
With a 22 Atreus, you smell bananas.
I pause. Anybody else smell that?
Do we?
No.
Winter will sniff the air.
Okay. Now that he's noted it, you all smell a very strong smell of fresh bananas.
Yeah, it smells like bananas.
No. Keep.
Got you freaked out, buddy?
There are only two things that smell like bananas. Neither of them should be this far north.
Keep.
But
Yeah,
bananas smell like bananas. Why
all
would we
due
be
haste.
afraid of bananas?
Sharice, do you remember what my favorite food is?
Banana fritter fish?
Banana fish fritters. Exactly. Look, and she's going to start pushing Sharice.
For the keep?
Traveling up to the keep, the entrance is caved in and iced over. But you see there is a tunnel about 10 feet to the left that goes in beneath the keep.
To the tunnel! Secret tunnel!
It's going to be in my head all night.
You're welcome.
You find a excavated tunnel that leads, is winding and weaving in through until you find yourselves in a large cavern. The cavern is alight with a soft blue glow of the bioluminescent entities on the wall. There is a fire ring where someone had a fire pit and a little bit of wood.
I'll walk over to the fire ring and I touch the fire with my flaming scimitar. And I cast the cantrip Control Flame to spread the fire across the wood and make it all alight.
You can't do that with that. It's non-magical flame.
Well, I mean, I can. But with the flame, the flaming scimitar should naturally set the wood on fire, though. And then once the wood's on fire, I can spread it. Right?
Give me a survival check. Let's see. It's been a while. It's in the cold. It's got ice. Give me a survival check.
15 plus 8. 23.
Yeah. Before long, you get a fire going. The wood crackling. The smoke drifting upward to the top of the cavern. A little bit of heat to try to combat the bitter cold.
Once Atreus sets Kalira down, sorry, I keep dropping my pen. Once Atreus sets Kalira down, she's going to get her little trunk out of her bag, speak the word to it, and make it full size, and pull a wool coat that's bright blue out and put it on along with a cloak over top of it.
Yeah. Tiami's going to pull out all the winter stuff that she had picked up at the castle before we left because we were supposed to go to the mountains.
Oh goodness, you all doing all this reminds me. And into the bag, Shariz pulls out the anti-scrying necklaces that he bought for everybody. And he gives them everybody one.
Why do I feel that they was behind the scenes reminding on that one?
There wasn't. I just remembered it just now.
Uh huh. I'm sure somebody reminded you.
Twas not I.
I forgot about him.
What is Winter and Shariz and Atreus doing against the cold? Well, Atreus has fur. Winter has fur.
fur. But she's also probably got a cloak or a blanket that she's wrapped around herself.
Yeah, I have a set of winter clothes that I pull out.
All of Winter's clothes are Winter's clothes, but
What's Shariz doing?
He pulls out a blanket after he hands out the anti-scrying things. He just pulls out a blanket and wraps it around his shoulders.
It is cold, Shariz. That blanket's not doing a lot.
He'll just huddle up over by the fire and kind of thing and get warm.
You didn't get any winter gear when we were in town?
No, I thought somebody was getting it for me.
We were going to the mountains. Tiami's going to pull out her bedroll and try to use it like a second blanket around Shariz.
Oh no, I got one of those. Here, you keep yours on the off chance you need yours, and then I'll just.
She's decked out in fur now on top of her natural fur.
It's fine. You just keep your bedroll on the off chance that you want to sleep on the ground too, and then I'll get mine. He gets his bedroll out and starts trying to like wrap it around himself with the blanket.
I give Shariz my heavy winter cloak. Here.
So you want me to use the cloak with the bedroll and the blanket, or do you want me to do like the blanket and then the cloak, or
Whatever way makes you the warmest, you do that.
okay?
So this
Look,
cloak is a cape to the big Loxodon.
Still something around his neck and covering his back to keep the wind off of it. I'm like, I got a coat and fur. I don't need a cloak too. Here, take.
Okay. So he'll have the blanket is the underlining, and then he'll have the cloak over that, and then he has like traveler's clothes, so he puts on like the traveler's cloak around that. So he's basically got a layer of cloak. And then he puts the other clothes on over his common clothes so that he has like 2 layers of clothes and then that.
Finally, everyone getting warm, the fire going. What would you like to do?
With having keen mind, I would know what time of day it is.
It is about 11 p.m.
It's really late. And it's been kind of a busy day. We should probably try to rest.
Alright, I'll take first watch.
Should we set up our
right.
tent? will be warmer if we're not trying to heat a big space.
I just remembered that something. Winter sets up the cauldron that she hasn't set up in a bit, because if they could have a fire, then the cauldron's fine. And having a hot meal right now is probably a good idea.
Oh, that sounds like a really good idea. Here, looking at the fire that we've started, how much wood is there? Does this look like it'll get us through the night, or does it not?
Oh no, it's not going to get you through the night. There was just a little bit of wood.
Yeah, we should probably set our tents up. This fire's not going to last. And we'll be warmer in a small space than we would be in a big open space.
Okay.
Um,
Do you mind
Okay.
if I say what we're eating? Trust me, it'll be a good one.
As long as it's not beef.
And warm. Make it warm.
A hot lentil noodle bean soup.
The cauldron fills with hot lentil noodle bean soup.
Yay.
So the noodles are made out of lentils?
Yes.
I'm gonna go see if I can find more wood. If you hear screaming, probably don't come running.
Tyr, when we were coming
I-
in, did we see any like trees and whatnot outside?
No.
I think we
Atreus.
should use the buddy system.
So here's the thing: if something big, like for example, a tropical lizard thing that eats people, is hanging around outside somewhere, for some reason it's in the Arctic, and I encounter it, I can get real small and probably get away. But I can't do that if one of you's with me.
I don't think you should go out there. We didn't see trees or anything coming in. I don't think it's very likely we're going to find firewood.
Not firewood, but burnable things. There was some wrecked tents out there. I can harvest wood from those. There were broken crates. I can harvest wood from those.
Canvas burns.
That 3.
Does
Can Winter give me an insight check before Atreus goes off to his doob?
What is my insight? 17!
The cauldron will burn all night. It'll burn as long as it's up.
You know, though, before you go out and get frozen to death or eaten, the cauldron goes as long as it's set up.
I guess that's fair.
We'll just set the tents up around it.
yeah, if
As
we
few
leave the tent
tents as
flaps open,
possible.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, go ahead,
ahead.
Alice.
Go ahead.
If we leave the tent flaps open, that'll let the heat in, and then we'll have the smaller space heated. It'll be easier to keep warm.
We should have as few tents as possible, everyone huddled up as much as we can.
Mm-hmm.
So just set up 2 of the 3 or all 3?
I'll set up my tent, and then you set up one of your 2 tents, and then 2 and 2, and then it's fine. I'll just, I've got my blanket to snuggle with.
Well, we're going to
So-
be on shifts anyways, keeping watch, so
But where will I sleep?
in one of the tents.
Have
Yeah,
you ever
we'll-
heard of platonic cuddles?
We'll
Right,
swap out.
We'll rotate through. Just keep your pants on, it's fine.
I'm gonna keep my pants on. It's very cold.
Yeah, but sometimes it's warmer when you're skin to skin. Or Skindifer?
I wasn't gonna. Yes, that.
I'll take the first watch with you, Tiami.
Good idea. She's gonna pull out her bowl and get some soup.
Set up tents
Okay.
and get some soup.
Doris will still set up his own tent, though, as after he gets.
Okay.
Clear, I'll help
I'm-
Atreus get the tent set up and then eat.
I'm going to need survival checks because this is stone that you're trying to set the tents up in.
I'm helping Tiami.
So whoever's helping can lend the help action so you can roll with advantage.
Alright.
Shiraz, you're on your own.
Yeah, I mean, I have a +7 in survival, but I think we have a better chance if he rolls with advantage.
I got a 16.
I got a 21.
Shiraz.
13.
So there's 2 tents up.
I didn't do it fast enough. I was going to give him a flash of genius so he could add 5 to that. I didn't do it fast enough, sorry.
There is 2 is fine. It's fine. Just put that away.
I'm agreeing with you. At this point, it's very hard to put this tent up.
Right.
I'll put the tent away back in his bag.
I mean, not a lot of people really talk about how hard it is to pitch a tent in the cold.
He already said he's keeping his wood in his pants, so.
I said I'm keeping my pants on. Gosh. He gets more soup.
Atreus reluctantly finally goes over to get the lentil noodle bean concoction.
It's surprisingly good.
It is. It's got a lot of protein in it too. It'll help you. It'll stick to your ribs.
Atreus, as you go to scoop a big glob of this interesting soup, you see a reflection in the liquid surface. Mila. It's only
The
there for a
hell?
moment, and then it's gone.
God damn it.
The soup's not bad, I promise.
Did you burn yourself?
No, I'm still seeing some bullshit from the whole thing before.
Oh, there's not bugs in there, is there?
No. So
Bugs
while
are
you
good
were
protein.
having fairy tale story time with a nice friend, I saw my sister trapped in a lake, but it was solid for her and she was pounding on it. And when I tried to break it from my side, I just fell into the lake. And then I landed in front of some lady who said I wasn't the right one and I couldn't help her and shoved me back to awakeness.
That sounds not nice.
Yeah. And then just saw my sister's face again in the fucking vegetarian bullshit.
Shiraz
Yeah.
picks up this fork, spoon, utensil that you're using and hands it back to Atreus. And gives him the paladin look and is like, "You okay, buddy?"
Yes.
You're from an orphanage, so I'm guessing your sister didn't wear pink formal gowns and white gloves, right?
No.
Okay. Not the same chick.
All right, what have we done?
Clear's just going to sit quietly next to Atreus and eat soup.
And Winter will take last watch. That way she can tear down and set up the cauldron again real quick for breakfast.
All right. Who's taking first watch?
Yeah, I mean, Shariz said they would.
All right. So is Atreus and Clear taking watch together or different shifts?
I'm good either way.
I think we just split split the night into 3. That should work.
All right. As you all bed down, trying to fight the bitter cold that seeps through the stone beneath you, trying to still your life's warmth. The fire from the cauldron slowly seeping heat into the tents. It's miserable, but at least you won't suffer exhaustion.
I will note that Winter, because Shariz and Tiami are taking the first watch together, Winter's probably in the same tent as Atreus and Kalira to, try and keep as warm as possible.
All right. It's still miserable. Tiami and Shariz, one of you please roll a perception check with advantage as the other one is helping. I'll let you all decide who.
I'm
My
sorry.
rolls.
I wasn't laughing at you, I promise. I'm sorry.
15?
Well, share with us what's so funny.
She said she was going to snuggle up with Atreus and Kalira, and my first thought was Kalira like trying to squeeze between the two of them so that keeps her as warm as possible.
Between the fur!
Yeah.
All right. You got a 15, Tiami? Is that what you said?
Yes. Yes, sir, 15.
You hear howling. Wolves, more than likely. The howling becomes yelps. And then you hear, meh.
I know what that is.
Shariz?
Yeah, buddy.
Did you ever hear stories about the monsters that our parents encountered?
Maybe. Depends on what you're trying to ask me about, buddy.
Howling, yelps, bleeding in the mountains.
Well, it sounded like a sheep to me, plus a growl. So something like a sheep growling thing, maybe like a cat growling thing.
Yeah, like what did Uncle Pants call them in his writing? I think they're called slinks.
I didn't realize Pants actually kept a journal. Wow,
Well, I didn't say it was a good one.
that's fair.
Dad has weird
Te-
things that Uncle Pants left.
Technically, it's Akatosh's memoirs written about his time as Pants, but they came later. He got a publication deal through Dragonclaw Press.
Yeah, I think I remember something about that. What do you say we stay really quiet in here? And when it's their turn to watch, we just don't say anything about it. We just tell them to also be really quiet on watch. And this is we're really quiet and they're really quiet, and then they pass on to also be quiet to Winter. We got no problems.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
not lying.
she's just gonna snuggle in closer, but like watching.
The rest of the time will pass, and it is time to wake up Atreus and Kalira.
Atreus.
Yeah,
Atreus.
what? Yeah.
It's your watch.
No. All right. Let me get on some pants.
Cousin Kalira,
Mhm.
it's time to wake up.
Sure is. I'm
Mhm,
not your cousin.
kind of.
No, you're not my cousin.
We're kind of cousins.
We're not at all. Our
We're
parents
cousins
don't.
in disaster.
Atreus. Atreus.
Yeah.
I think we might have heard of Slinks, but I don't know.
Links. Jared, do I know which continent and areas Schlinks are native to?
Schlinks are native to the mountains and the snowbound areas of Shark Endor, especially the Ragnakarn Mountains.
Oh. Well, that's good. That means we're likely in the Ragnakarn.
Oh, good. We needed to go there anyways.
And that would make this one of a couple of keeps.
From its massive size, you can deduce that this is Keep Gregorian.
Oh, shit. We're at Gregorian. That explains the mass grave. Those
No,
are all
no.
blood hunters out there.
We can't. Oh, dang it! I thought I was wrong. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, all right. I'm going to bed. Shiraz, are we going to squeeze in with Winter, or are you just going to take the empty cold tent?
This tent's kind of full because it's two
It's-
people, and I don't want to try and push somebody out.
Push him into the tent.
Ah!
Just sleep
Go
in a
up for
pile
final
on top of
time.
each other. It'll be warmer.
Our tent's pretty warm.
Yeah, that's what she shoved him into.
Yeah. That's-
And then she's just going to squeeze as much as she can.
I'm just
Cuddle,
imagining that in the off-screen portion of all this, when Clara and Atreus went to bed, there was an Atreus going, there's more than one way to make the tent warm.
All right. So I need perception checks from the Atreus Clear team. Whoever wants to roll with advantage. The other person given help action.
I'll do it.
Helping.
You're not helping, Steve.
Helping. Yellow.
Steve.
26.
I need everyone but Clear to earmuff. Clear there as you stare. This large cavern faintly lit between the orange glow of campfire and the blue glow of the bioluminescence. You see a shadow just outside of range move and sway, hints of black and white on the face, dancing, catching orange firelight. And
Does
then
the
it's gone.
The hints of black and white, does it look familiar?
Oh, yeah, it looks like Xanther.
She's gonna freeze up for a moment, like frozen in terror. He terrifies her. And probably like sink her fingertips into Atreus's leg
All right.
or arm,
anything,
whatever she's holding on to.
Anything before I bring them back?
Not that I can think of.
Now I need everybody but Atreus to earmuff.
Son of a bitch.
So there's a bitch.
Atreus,
Yes.
in this cavern, it is massive. It is mostly dark. There is the blue glow of the bioluminescence that grows on the wall and the orange embers of the fire that dance. The fires are hypnotic. The flames call to you with their dance to remember. You're standing in a grove. Trees, thick and heavy with leaves. That is the middle of summer. The smell of jasmine and lavender on the air as the wind blows. You are there with two others. You are there with your brother and your sister. This is the day that your sister parted ways with you. Do you remember?
Yes.
She has given her reasons why she has to leave, given each of you a hug, and turns to walk away. As she walks away, you will see shadows begin to swirl around her. Thick, dark shadows forming a mask, black with white filigree. The mouth opening like that of a ventriloquist dummy, just a wide block, and devouring her. And you will hear a voice penetrate your mind. Come home, brother. We can be a family again. And you will see Mila in the flames, crying out, Atreus, Atreus, Atreus.
She didn't do anything to you, you son of a bitch. You got beef with me, come at me. What would Mom think?
There is no reply. Anything before I bring the others back?
No.
Atreus, you are pulled from your thoughts as Kalira's fingers dig into your thigh.
Ah, what?
Um,
You all right, Bitey?
no. Xanther? No.
I wrap my arms around her.
No, I saw him. I saw him over there. And she's going to point to the spot where she saw the shadow moving.
I turn and look. I have dark vision, 60 feet.
There's nothing there.
I'm like, there's nothing there. Look, and I produce flame and I throw the flame into that shadow.
Woo. It lights up the area around where the shadow was before it dissipates.
She's just kind of looking around the room, clearly distraught.
Kalira, you feel as if someone puts their fingers on your shoulders and whispers in your ear, we can be one big family.
She's going to scream.
All right.
And
I need those of you that are asleep to give me perception checks.
Tiny person, high-pitched voice. It is a shrill shriek, like when a 2-year-old has a temper tantrum.
All right, Shariz.
That's a 3.
Yeah, you are out cold. You're cuddled up between Tiami and Winter, and you're warm and snuggly, and you're out. Tiami,
18.
you hear the scream. Winter,
2.
you are out. You are snuggled up. You are little spooning Shariz, and it's warm. You are just good to go. But Tiami, you hear Kalira scream.
She's gonna open the tent to look out.
You see Atreus like holding her.
Is she okay?
Yeah, just my fuckface of a brother paying us a little mental visit.
She's crying so hard she can't talk at the moment.
He just holds her.
Yeah. Once she can calm down enough to catch her breath. I felt him grab my shoulder. He said we could be one big family.
You tell him you don't want family like that, okay? We're your family. Wake me up again if you need me. And she's gonna like close the thing and try to lay there until she can fall back to sleep.
He told me to come home. He said we could be one big happy family. And then he showed me that he has my sister.
I felt him grab my shoulders. And what does he mean we could be one big family?
Nothing good.
She is just gonna bury her face in Atreus and cry.
And as Kalira weeps and Tiami wrestles back into the cuddle puddle of the Loxodon and the Torque, as Atreus seethes over what his brother has done and has shown him, we're going to take our last break. We'll be back in 10 minutes, guys. We're going to retop our beverages, get us some snicky snacks, hit the loo and all that fancy jazz, and we'll be back. And we are back. Thank you so much for hanging out while we went on break. It is at this time that I need Shariz and Winter to please roll wisdom saving throws. As they are asleep, it will be with disadvantage.
Oh man.
But you still get +5.
I'm going to give them each a flash of genius so that they can add 5 more.
Nope, you don't know what's going on.
Ah, fuck, fine. It's fair.
All right, Shariz.
25.
Nice. Winter.
10?
Winter, there's something hard under your head. Something uncomfortable. Something that pulls you from sleep. It's so pokey.
She grumbles and squints at it.
So she looks.
Yeah.
You see a black mask covered in elaborate filigree. But unlike that of Xanthers, it is just black.
She's gonna jump awake and just stare at it.
As you jump awake, you're now wearing the mask. You can hear your breath echoing as it goes against the cool stone, the slits in the eyes narrowing your vision. There's something that you feel power like you have never felt before. You could rend mountains asunder. You could dry oceans. And then
She's
you
still
wake up.
gonna. Oh, okay. She's gonna try to pry it off of her face.
It's not there.
Otherwise,
It was just in your dream.
she's gonna, sit up as best she can within the tangle of people.
Sitting up.
Heart pounding, breathing heavy, feeling her face constantly.
Asleep. Are you okay there, buddy?
Are you awake?
Are you asleep?
Weird dream. Don't worry about it.
Okay, buddy. Mm.
There is Atreus and Lyra, your watch will come to an end. And it's time to wake Winter.
Yippee.
Clara will kind of squeeze in through the edge of the tent and wake Winter gently. Winter,
No, she probably didn't fall very hard back asleep, so she'll be easy to wake.
your watch.
Okay. Winter makes sure to bundle up because she doesn't have a watch partner.
As you go to bundle up, a black mask falls out of your things.
Does Kalira see the mask fall out of her things?
Give me a perception check.
What the hell?
It's a 9 on the die. 7. So that's 16? No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Clara sees the mask.
Winter, what's that?
Fuck if I know.
Claire's going to back up from her.
What's up?
Claire's just going to point at the mask.
Atreus comes over to look.
You see a black mask covered in filigree, but solid black.
Someone break that. I'm gonna go take my
Wait,
watch.
no. I'm going to detect magic.
It glows. Abjuration magic.
Abjuration magic.
What does that mean?
Generally protection, but shields are abjuration. A few other things. Hold on. And Atreus just sits down in front of the mask, like crisscross applesauce, and places a hand to either side of it without touching it, and then I cast Identify.
Identify is based on touch. You would have to touch it to cast Identify.
Okay, I will touch it.
You touch it, you cast Identify. It is a mask of protection.
It's protection. It makes you harder to hit.
Well, it's not mine.
Here, does the mask require attunement?
Yes.
It has to be attuned. The hell is he playing?
I don't know who you're talking about, but that thing was in my dream.
Which means it's probably meant for her. But it's so creepy to look at.
Does it look like it's actually meant for a tabaxi face, or does it look like it's meant for a human face?
Give me a perception check.
Ooh. It's a nat 20, and my perception is... It's a 20!
It looks like it's made for a tabaxi face.
Nothing kind of creeps me out. But no one else here could really wear it. I'll deal with that after my watch. She's gonna go sit by the cauldron.
Give me a perception check.
Sit at the cauldron! Eight!
Everything seems fine. You are so relaxed. Everything is calm.
Now that I'm away from the mask.
It is so calm, in fact, that it's amazing when you hear the voice from behind you. Mind if I borrow your fire?
She's gonna jump and turn to see who the fuck it is.
You see an individual clad in gray and black, their hood up, a mask, a drape covering their nose down. They are wearing black leather armor, and they have a dire wolf beside them.
Who the fuck are you?
I am Jasper of the Emerald Forest. He'll put his fist to his heart and to his head.
Winter's gonna side-eye him. Show me your ears.
He will lower his hood and remove the drape from his face. Pulling his hair back, you see his ears are elven.
Okay. She'll let him sit at the fire.
Go and sit down. The wolf will sit next to him. Thank you so much.
Do you want any lentil noodle bean soup?
I love hot bean lentil noodle soup. And we'll get a big bowl full and start eating.
So why are you out in the pits of nowhere?
Oh, I'm just here to give you a message.
What?
He's coming for his bride. And he vanishes.
The fuck? What bride?
And where he sat, that mask.
Winter's gonna glare at the mask.
It stares back with empty eyes.
Winter's not having a good time. She misses being asleep with normal dreams.
And your watch will come to an end, the time of breakfast dawning.
Does anybody have a hammer?
I mean, yeah.
Can I borrow? Sorry. My voice cracked there. Can I borrow it?
Yeah, sure. Pull out my hammer.
Winter's gonna try to smash the mask.
All right, give me an athletics check.
I'm generally good at those, I say, cursing myself to roll poorly.
Before you roll this, where is everyone at in relation to Winter?
Oh, I back way the hell up when I see what she's about to do. And if Kalira is next to me, I grab Kalira and pull Kalira back.
Still in the tent?
Yeah, I think I think Shariz is still asleep because no one's tried to wake him up yet. So
All right.
Yeah, if
Go ahead.
Clear's probably only up because Atreus got up.
All right, Winter, go ahead and make that athletics check.
And just as I say, it's a 9. I rolled a 2.
The stone resists the hammer.
Ah,
I wouldn't do that again. Bad idea.
Winter will reluctantly give the hammer back.
Yep, magic
Um,
things don't always react well to being hit or broken.
And I mean, that's a mask of protection, so like it's designed to withstand getting hit. And if you did manage to break it, I mean, the math says that you might release all the magic at once that's stored in it that's supposed to power it for forever. That's a pretty big bada boom.
Winter's just gonna leave it where it is and try not to look at it.
So breakfast has come. What are we having for breakfast this morning?
Continental breakfast.
Oh, thank
Now,
God.
when you say
there's-
continental breakfast, do you mean like I know here in the States a lot of times continental breakfast is like muffins and cereal, or do you mean more like croissants and cheese and meats and hot tea?
Like a proper like a
Fruit.
slightly more proper than just like a Holiday Inn continental. You can have things like bacon and egg and sausage and different types of egg, maybe an omelet, French toast, waffles, melon.
I'm just imagining a cauldron just filled with a variety of breakfast food.
Pancakes.
Does everyone eat?
Yeah, Atreus
Oh, yeah.
takes a pancake and loads it with sausage and bacon and eats it like a taco, and then goes back for like 2 more of them.
Once Tiami smells food, she'll nudge Shariz awake and then climb out to go get food.
Oh, it smells so good. Oh God, that it looks so good. And he loads up a pancake in a similar fashion of like a taco with eggs and bacon and some melon and eats it.
Clara
Awesome.
gets a plate of food and she's picking at it while she's trying to set her spells and things for the day, but she's being a little quiet this morning.
You may all avail yourself of a long rest.
Really, my hip did something weird.
Tyr, I slept in those slippers. Am I attuned to them now?
Yes, you may add boots or shoes
Slippers
or
of
whatever they
prayer.
are, slippers of spider climbing to your inventory sheet.
And what about the anti-scrying necklace?
Those are attuned as well.
Oh, those require attunement?
Wait, no, they don't. Those don't require attunement.
What are those called so I can make note of it on my...
Just they're a homebrew item that I haven't put in D&D Beyond yet. Just anti-scrying. It was a quiet morning around the fire. Each encountering something strange. Schlinks, Xanther, Mila, a dwarf or an elf that disappeared after delivering the message. Winter, you get up, you fix a plate of food, yeah?
Yep.
When you go and sit down, the mask is beside you.
Just gonna kick it away from her and sit down.
I hate to say that, but maybe you should put that with your stuff. No,
I
no.
really don't want to after that weirdo.
Hear me out.
Wait,
Well,
what
I mean,
weirdo?
yeah, what weirdo?
While I was on watch alone, this guy came up wanting to sit by the fire and said he had a message. Said that, quote, he was waiting for his bride, and then
Was coming for
poof,
his bride.
coming for his bride. And then the guy poofed and the mask was where the guy was. I don't want to be near it.
Who's coming for what bride?
Considering Who
Fuck.
that mask reminds me of.
One big happy family.
What are you talking about? You
My
don't mean you think he...
shithole of a brother. He thinks we can all be one big happy family.
You don't think
Yeah.
he means... And she's going to point to herself.
No, I think he means you and me and him, and his finger slowly drifts over to point at Winter.
She scrunches her nose immediately. She'd never wanted to say it out loud, but she was thinking it.
And then my sister, and I don't know.
You think he wants to marry Winter?
It's
I'm
just
not
sick
marrying
and
your
twisted
psycho
enough.
brother.
I don't blame you. So I have... All right. We have the anti-scrying necklaces on. Which means he shouldn't be able to find us anymore. So if we can get clear of the mask, it should stop showing up because he can't find us. If it shows back up, then you need to keep it with your gears so that the anti-scrying necklace stops him from being able to locate even that.
Is that
Because
how
it's
that
part
works?
of your stuff. I think. Does my Arcana knowledge tell me that that's right?
You and your possessions can't be scryed on.
Which means located
It
magic.
obscures you. It obscures a 5-foot orb around you. The way it works.
And I didn't see
Okay.
anything on the mask other than divination, other than abjuration, right?
Correct.
Which is protection.
This is all too weird. Tammy's gonna start breaking down the tents.
I'll help you with that.
All right. So what's next? We found Roderick and the stone.
There's supposed to be a stone here, somewhere in the mountains.
That was the keep.
Oh, that was the keep.
That
Okay.
was Samson's keep.
All right. So where's the next stone?
No one told us where any of them were.
Here, since I have keen mind, have we been given any clues to where the next thing or next place we should be going is?
No.
Right, good, because I know character would remember, player is not. I don't know. Does anyone know anything about this place?
No, all I know is that I'm surprised there's still a 30-year-old mass grave out there.
I mean, who's gonna take care of it?
Somebody's been here more recently. Wait, dear, were we told about the expedition? Did Bianca tell us about the expedition to Gregorian?
That's a good question.
I think she did.
I can't
When she
remember.
told us about the other group.
Yes, she did. Because she talked about how the boxes got swapped.
Oh shit. If we're at Gregorian, this is where the other box was. This is where the other 5 found the box. The one we were meant to get.
Yeah, but they lost it, didn't they?
But maybe there's clues.
Maybe. If we can find where it was, maybe there's something there. Those tents outside must have been theirs. Because someone's been here.
Then how do we get
So-
into the keep? The door was all caved in.
Oh. Let's see if we can find a way in. After the tents are put away, Tiami's going to start exploring in this cavern.
Give me an investigation check, Tiami.
I'll help.
With advantage, Tiami.
19?
You find 2 tunnels. One that has a slight incline to it on the left, and one that has a decline on the right.
Okay. She's going to try to mark where they are on the wall with chalk.
Okay.
Like, arrow up for the incline, arrow down for the decline, and then go back to tell the others.
All right.
Okay, so I found 2 tunnels. One goes up, and one goes down.
As far as you can tell.
Right.
Hold on.
I mean, I didn't go in. When we got our box, we had to go kind of underground.
I think going down might be deeper in, and if we're looking for clues for the other box, I think down is the way to go.
Yeah, often if you want to find the box, you got to go down and deep.
And then
Always in. I got an idea. And I'm going to shift, activating wild shape. My arm begins to whirl, and the plates begin to shift, and they grow across my body as I turn into a metallic direwolf.
Okay.
And I'm going to start sniffing the ground, trying to find any sense. See if I can pick up any trails leading to either one of those 2 tunnels.
Give me an investigation check.
And I get advantage because I have keen smell. Keen plus 8. 25.
You pick up a myriad of scents. Different races. Some that you're not familiar with that they're like, what in the fuck is this? As you follow, you notice that they go both ways. That the tracks go up and the tracks go down.
Can I tell which set is fresher?
They're about the same.
And is one of them a Dragonborn? Because all I know is elf, Dragonborn.
Give me a history check to see if you'd know what a Dragonborn smells like.
Fair enough. 12 plus 1, 13.
You have no idea.
The direwolf looks back at you all, cocks his head to the side, and just kind of whines.
What is it, boy? What is it? Is Timmy stuck in a well?
I really need to learn how to talk to animals so that when he's like this, we can communicate.
I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna go down the one that seems to go deep down and in.
All right. On the decline. Does anybody follow?
Yeah.
Yep.
This will be the last one to follow in line.
Well, we got everything, right? The cauldron.
Oh, that's a good
Went
point.
to
We
make
should
sure
pack
that she
everything
has
up
the
first.
cauldron. In the mask. She'll stick the damn thing in the cauldron if she has to.
And the tents. We'll make sure we have.
Yeah, I
those
got the
in
tents.
here.
I have all my gear, and my follow behind is the last person in line.
After Clear has all her gear and has everything ready, she's going to go pat Atreus and then follow.
All right.
He's a giant puppy. You gotta pat him.
How has Pork Pie been this whole time?
Pork pie's fine. Pork pie's with us.
Y'all travel down the decline. It comes down into a room that has seen much ice and snow. The ceiling caved in, opening big spots of light shining in from below. But it seems to be a library of sorts.
I miss that chair in Samson's library.
What are we doing?
Clear's
Look for
gonna start.
clues.
Yeah. See if there's any readable books or anything.
All right, give me an investigation check.
$21.
Yami?
8.
Yami, you find that there's some rocks that you deduce that the ceiling has had places cave in. You also deduce which way is north as you have the labyrinth recall. Kalira, you do find a book that's readable, a book that's open, sitting on top of a shelf.
She will see if she can read it.
It talks about the Evernight, a eternal prison created by Tristan Stormcaller to house the spirit of Vashka, the goddess of death and destruction. It talks about how the box can be locked or unlocked with 6 stones of power. Or so the legend goes. And it literally says, and so the legend goes. It goes on to say that the person that wrote this believes that the Evernight was split, that somehow it had become 2 pieces, and one of those pieces was the key, and was known as the box of transmutation. That in order to seal away the Evernight, you would need the box of transmutation along with the Evernight and these 6 stones. It then goes on to talk about a snippet of prophecy. I know you're taking notes, so let me know if I need to pause for a moment.
I think I'm good.
Okay. This snippet of prophecy says, and 10 souls will trouble the waters. One will be a lock, the other will be a key. And the next page is torn out.
Having keen mind, she remembers things she's heard. Did she hear Tiami ask her mom about being called a key?
Let's we're just going to call this a straight luck check. Go ahead and roll a d20. We're just going to do a flat d20. Yes, I know they're round.
That's a natural 20.
Yes.
Woo.
She's not going to say anything out loud just yet, but she's going to look at the page and read it again and kind of side, kind of peek over toward Tiami, read it again, peek at Tiami, read it again. Did she have to climb a ladder to get to where the book was, or was she on the floor?
It was on one of the shelves.
She's gonna take the book. She's gonna walk over to Tiami quietly. I heard you say something to your mom about someone calling you a key.
Yeah, the Silver Spire lady. She kind of sat on a throne. I think she might be royalty. I don't know. She said she's the diviner, the oracle of Gossamer Bay or something like that.
I don't know anything about Gossamer Bay, but here, look at this. And she's gonna turn the book around so that Tiami can see it, so that Tiami can read what she just read.
Do you think
Possibly.
Give me an insight check, Tiami.
15?
You remember when you touched the blue, that ripples came out from your hand like troubled water.
So when I had the kind of dream or vision or whatever, there was like this blue stuff. It wasn't water, it was, I don't know. But when I touched it, it like rippled.
Atreus mentioned something like that. That's awfully strange.
But like
Hmm.
diviners and oracles, they like tell the future, right? So that would be related to the prophecy.
Maybe. I'm not very good at prophecy stuff. I'm gonna hang on to this, and she's gonna close the book and put it in her bag.
Okay.
While they were looking at that book, Atreus, as a direwolf, is walking around, just looking at the spines of the books and seeing if any of them are legible. In particular, he's interested in if there's anything about the ones who came before or the ruins that they left behind.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
14.
There is not. Most of this seems to be about monsters, demons, fiends, celestial beings, and some section that talks about magic and prophecy.
I look for anything interesting in the prophecy section.
You see, there is a book that is missing. There's a gap.
I paw at the shelf and I whine.
What is it?
Arf.
And Kalira will go over and look at what he's pawing at.
He's pulling out his shelf with a book, a slot for a book.
Oh,
Want to read a book?
there's one missing.
Maybe it's the one you grabbed.
Great, but I'm not a librarian. I wouldn't know what book was missing.
So Kalira's going to look at two things. Is the space the same width as the book that she has taken?
Yes,
And are the other books in alphabetical order?
they are.
Does this one fit alphabetically?
It does.
I think it is this one. It's the right size, and alphabetically, it's in the right order.
Mm.
And there's a page missing.
I'm going to make a circuit of the room then as soon as she says that, and I'm looking for any pages that are on the floor that aren't in books.
Give me another investigation check.
Winter will
Gonna
help.
help?
Sure. Do that with advantage.
Riz
Are you
will
okay?
randomly pick a book off of a shelf.
How's a 19?
19. You find a page in the corner.
For this, I'm going to drop my wild shape, and I pick up the page and I look to see what it says.
It talks about how if the key and the lock are brought together and the Evernight restored, that Vashka can come to the world once more. But if half of the stones are destroyed, the Evernight can be opened, and Vashka will sit upon her throne of skulls.
Tier, just for because I am trying to keep up with notes. Can you repeat that all for me? Sorry.
Okay. All of it?
Yeah, if the lock and key come together and the Evernight
Then-
restored.
And the Evernight restored, then Vashka can be freed. Let me know when you got that. Are you acknowledging what I'm saying, or do you
Yeah.
have that? I'm sorry.
I have it.
Okay. But if half of the stones are destroyed, Vashka can once more sit her throne.
That's weird language.
What's weird language?
Found the missing page. Bring that book over here, Bitey.
She'll go over, give him the book.
I open the book, and I just as a verification, I match up the torn edges.
The book heals itself, the page becoming whole in the book.
Oh. Well, I was going to cast Mending, but apparently I don't need to. All right. Yeah, it's definitely the right page. And then I read it out loud so that everyone can hear it.
So,
Yeah.
what's the difference between Vashka being freed and Vashka being
Sitting
released to
on
sit on their throne.
Yeah. Weird choice of language.
This seems like there's another way to set her free.
It all sounds bad.
He turns and looks at Tiami. I guess don't stick your key in anybody? Whatever that
Avoid
means.
the lock. I
No, wait. Didn't Bianca tell us that like half of the people are the lock, and if they're sacrificed, then the key can open the box or something like that?
Well, I noticed on one of the pages, the person writing it, he said something about the box can be locked and unlocked with 6 stones, or so the legend goes. It kind of sounds like nobody really knows exactly what it says.
and we only need half to put her on her throne. So they only need 3.
Then they have to destroy them, which is no small feat, especially if they're stones of power.
Okay, but Xanther has what, at least 2?
We also have to remember that Lucius is looking for the stones too.
My guess is that they're working together.
I mean, it's a fair bet, but we don't know for sure.
And the demon army people.
Black Claw.
Yeah.
Oh, the Black Talon, yeah. They're probably also somewhere in that mix.
I think they work for Lukai.
Or
Atreus,
Yeah.
you catch something out of the corner of your eye.
I round claws
One
out.
of the books has a picture of a black mask with white filigree.
I hand the book that I just mended, or that mended in my hand, off to Kalira, and I walk straight across the room to
It is behind a sheet of ice.
I produce flame. And I hold the flame to the ice.
Melting the ice. It's so cold in here. None of you seem to have noticed, but it's cold enough that as the water trickles, it's freezing. But after a few moments, the book is freed. The title, legible. The Order of the Quickened Soul.
I open it up and start reading.
The book talks about an order, a brotherhood, a secret society known as the Order of the Quickened Soul, founded centuries ago by the one they call Lucius, to serve in shadow and darkness until their time to come to the light was done. They are a death cult. They consume the flesh of their sacrifices.
Motherfucker.
What is it?
He holds up the book so that they can all see the mask.
I already don't like it.
Winter scrunches her nose again.
Apparently, the mask is a symbol of the Brotherhood of the Quickened Soul.
Is there a ledger?
Apparently,
Go ahead.
they were founded by Lucius. And Corthalius Crim, his brood, are a member.
Is there a ledger in there about different types of masks?
I'll go with look.
No, there is not.
No. That means that Xanther is a member of this order. Was recruited by Corthalius. They're the ones who ate my arm.
And it will settle heavy on you, Atreus. The realization that you escaped. But what hell did Xanther have to endure in order to be indoctrinated into such an establishment?
He's tempted to throw the book across the room. You see him like fight the urge to just fling the book away, and instead he shoves it into his pack, and then he turns and he just punches the ice for a minute.
The ice cracking, the fury, especially with that metallic arm cracking the ice over and over.
Well, let's check what's behind curtain number 2.
Claire's gonna look around. I didn't notice any curtains.
The other cave, tunnel,
Oh, right.
whatever.
She's gonna go over and put her hand on Atreus' leg. Are you okay?
As okay as I can be. Let's go.
Oh! You said that the weird elf that showed up, they said he's coming for his bride. Do you think he meant Xanther, or do you think he meant Lucius?
Either way, I'm not marrying either of those psychos.
No,
I mean,
Vashka would be Lucius's bride.
right. Was he warning us about Lucius, or was he warning us about Xanther? I'm probably overthinking this. I do that a lot.
It's okay, buddy.
Let's go explore the other way. We can think about this while we walk.
And as you turn, the scent of bananas fills the room strongly. And you hear as a green scaled beast slithers into one of the holes. And this is where we pause for the evening.
You bastard.
You bastard.
Bastard.
Thank you. Thank you. Good stuff tonight. Got some more information. Got some more questions.
Got a lot more questions.
How do y'all feel about it tonight? How'd it go?
Oh yeah, the game was great. Lots of heavy things for my character, but yeah. But great game.
Well, I'm glad y'all had fun. And I hope you and the audience enjoyed. We love sharing our games with you. But for now, we are going to remind people who we are, where they can find us, and we're going to leave. Also, remember, if you want the other half of the story, search Sins of Blood where you get your podcasts and listen to what's going on over there.
Are you curious about the Silver Spires? Do you want to know what's going on in that bay? What's up with the Diviner? You can find out. Probably over on Sins of Blood.
Hi everyone, I'm Alice, the voice of Winter, and you can find me and my art raffle on Twitter at Captain Cupcake.
Hi, everybody. I'm Christina, the voice of Tiami, and you can find me on Twitter at Tia Morskaskula.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick, the voice of Shrews, and you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hey everyone, I'm Ren Matley, the voice of Kalira, and you can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hi gamers, I'm still Locke Clark, and I have been Atreus Ironclaw Nixon, and you can find me on the Book of Faces and the Twitter Patients at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with an H.
And I'm Tier the DM, the world's okayest DM, and you can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. Remember, guys, you're not alone. Things get difficult, times get hard. We all go through it. Find the people that love you, bask in their love until you're strong enough to let others bask in yours. Remember that love and inclusion, these are the torches that light a path to a better tomorrow. Come join us and be torchbearers. And until next time, remember, the 8th, get out and vote. Make your voice heard. There's a lot of bad shit going on. You want it to change, get out and vote. And until next time, live the life to make yourself proud. We love you guys.